Perfecto, vamos a ver lo que pasa.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that son of a bitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Ok. No puedo correr, pero sí me puedo agachar. Ok, por eso el juego tiene físicas y tiene todo. Puedo saltar. ¿Con 0 o con no? Ah, ok.
You heard Pat. You need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Who's that?
Is he with us?
Ok.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit!
They're coming from the
I
rear!
decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
We have one behind us! Stay on it! Cover fire!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Oh, ¿dónde me dio? Perfecto.
I'll do you myself! You ain't going nowhere! You think you can kill me too? I'll put you down!
Perfecto.
You're dead! I'm putting you down! Time to die! Die!
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn it, he's right!
Ok. Ah, entonces un árbol de mejoras. Upa. Sí, ¿por qué no?
Honest! Where the hell's Garrett? Never around when you need him!
Garrett's men were running
send these
around like a
some
bunch of
bitches
chickens
running.
with their heads cut off.
I'm done with you.
Justo se agachó.
I'll do you myself. I'll flank him.
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
And...
Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
You think you can kill me too?
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
para arriba.
The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do, do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah.
I think we got his dander up. You can't
Ok.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Nada, prefiero más el otro. Ok, si quiero ver... Voy a punto de control. Ok, todavía eso no puedo ver.
Then, I heard a friendly
Watch your
voice
flank!
yelling at me from the window.
Through the back door! We got
We'll
you
cover
covered!
you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told,
in
things
the
look
window!
much better behind the house.
I think I winged him! Someone shoot that bastard! Can't take us all on!
I cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Where'd he come from?
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Perfecto.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Perfecto. Ok, se lo gusta todo acá. Ok, no puedo tirarme el agua.
And like that, I
You'll
was
all be
inside.
dead, you
None the
bastards!
worse for wear.
Deader than a rat in a
I
trap!
passed Dirty Dave.
You think you can kill me
And
too?
upstairs, I found Billy and
How
Charlie
about
Bolton.
that? Huh? You like that?
Ok.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Un segundo, voy a bajar un poco de volumen, está fuerte el sonido.
Yeah, sort of.
Kill him!
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Pero si te...
Billy's worth $500, dead or alive. He can't take us all. I can keep this up all day. I'm fine. I think I got one.
Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Where the hell Garrett get to? He's missing all the action. Where'd he come from? There! Someone shoot that man!
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Kill him for Christ's sake! He'll kill us all! Kill him!
Mierda, me está por recargando.
He can't take us all on!
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
Son tantos maleantes,
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." I said that it was time to cut and run. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
This is the last mistake you'll ever make! Stand still so I can kill you! Hold it off while I reload! You can't beat me! Come on!
Ok.
They're gonna make a run for it! Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for!
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
Perfecto.
You were heading for the barn.
Para arriba.
Gonna make you bleed! Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Y uno menos. O que tengo que tener cuidado porque
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole
por el
regiment
tema de
of
la recarga
hired
porque me
guns.
dejó muy vendido.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
I'm done with you.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Ok. El sheriff.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Ok.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn
Ok.
stables.
¿Qué hay acá? ¿Qué pasa si voy tan lejos? ¿Pasar algo? Ok, me manda para ahí de vuelta. O sea, a ver, ¿qué puedo hacer? Doble pistola, o sea, tiene un árbol de coso. Lo que puedo ir después ahí por este. Te voy a poner este.
Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
69 muertes, nice, eh.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang. and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
Ok.
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Ok.
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Let it go, let it go. Opa. Ok. Bueno, este lugar va a arder en llamas, así que me voy
Luckily,
a la
I
verga.
located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Hoy seremos a los Doom.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Ok.
Anybody see Billy?
That little son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim at that.
Me maté como un campeón. Estás muerto, Oscars.
Get out here! Put down your...
The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus.
No hay nada aquí abajo antes de que vaya a la verga.
Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away!
Oh my god!
Anybody see him?
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape?
Garrett's gonna kick our ass!
Ahí está.
Can't have gotten far! Gotta be around here somewhere. I shot the son of a bitch! Kill him already! Can't believe you keep missing it! It's crazier than a shithouse rat! We'll have to do everything.
Fue a partir
Show
la
him
cara.
how to die.
Mi última bala.
Dead man. Let's just do this. Billy broke out of jail.
Violence is not the answer.
Mierda. Me caí. Ojalá no significa muerte. acá, ¿qué hago?
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. I'm ending you. Get out here.
Let's do this!
Town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity
¿Qué me
in
pegó?
build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Give it up. Show yourself. I don't get paid enough for this.
in the street.
Hey, get your headstone!
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high,
Okay.
if you ask me.
What? Can't hear you. Leave him to me.
Ok. No hay nada que ver es... Ok, nada. Voy a rezar por si acaso. Ahí está, filo de puta, casi la cago,
Had enough?
Ah, arriba. Ok, nada por acá y nada por allá. Me perdí. Ok, por allá. Ah, pero acá vine antes. Ah, escalera acá.
Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Ok, me mandó directamente para allá.
For decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
There he is.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
Perfecto. Hoy estoy hecho la máquina de
They
logros,
all
eh.
thought I was
Hola,
Billy,
verga.
and all that blame would fall on him.
No lo procesé como enemigo.
Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Don't let him get away. Get the women off the street.
Arm yourselves.
Did he get away? Kill him. We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. Everybody! You're dead. God damn you! Let's do this. Don't let him get away! Just snuffed out his life! Stop him! We can take him! Beef him! Now you're really pissing me off! I got this! Kill him! You'll die for this! You hear me? Surrender
Espalda.
yourself! You can't hide forever!
Perfecto.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said.
Ok.
I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
La cagué. Esta penalti puede ser de arriba, pero bueno. Ah, mierda, le di, pero me dio a mí mismo. Ok. Ah, verga, justo le dio por de lado.
Some say I
Toda la
fought
mano.
unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Ok. Ok, 2 de las 4 recompensas, así que por parte... Me he comido algunas.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
¿Quién carajo es ese hombre?
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
I hate fucking running.
Se mandó el cartón.
Get him! Had enough? You can't outrun a bullet! Shoot that running
See,
son
at
of
the
a-
time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo,
Ah, por atrás.
but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Pues te mandó el cartón.
He's getting away!
Oh.
Hey, we know where you're hiding. Would somebody put him down?
Pues que gusto tener un sniper,
Get around!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Verga. Cabrones, por la espalda.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Hard to hit a moving target.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me.
Claro, me quitaron toda la munición que tenía.
Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Nowhere to run.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was
Loco, una
going.
mina caída te hace un tanto daño.
A dead man!
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior.
Ok.
The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Pat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Where's he going? How many has he killed?
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Get out of here, you cat.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
El capítulo para romper.
sumbitch! Damn contraption jammed again! Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me. You coward! I don't know how you lived this long. What a piece of crap! Would you just die?
Ah, verga. Tiene granadas, me olvidé.
They're gonna need a dust pan. Wait, goddamn boat! Give him a dirt nap! Time for you to go! Damn! Would you just die? Do I gotta reload again? Bring it on! Die, irritating bastard! Oh, gotta reload! Don't let that some bitch get away with that! You one stupid some bitch! Stop your hiding from me!
Me lo di en toda la boca.
I don't know how you lived this long. These are good men you're killing. Look at you, you yellow belly hide sap sucker. You one stupid zombie. Oh, gotta reload. Wait, goddamn boat! What'd I ever do to you?
Me pasé de verga.
Show yourself! Oh, would you just die? Damn contraption jammed again!
Perfecto, ni uno menos.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Perfecto. Perfecto, vamos a dejar hasta acá, aunque ya es temprano, pero no sé cuánto tiempo tendrá la siguiente. Si le ponemos otra pantalla de carga. Perfecto. Salir del juego.